Now to enjoyed the last quarter, and a pretty pleased president of North Geelong. He's got the club has come back and they've kicked 6 goals, 3 in that quarter, the third quarter, to Thomson's 1 goal 5. And Mitch, you'd be still a bit concerned.
Oh, definitely. The signs were there for North Geelong, and as we said before, they are fighting for their life, North Geelong. So you wouldn't expect them to lay down without a fight. They're a very proud club with a strong tradition in Geelong football, and they came back and they fought very, very hard. The little thing was at the end, Thomson seemed to get on top again at that quarter. And sitting up here, listening to the coach, he did give him a fair old break at three-quarter time. You would like to think that we would be able to finish the game on. But look, North Geelong aren't going to go away. They're still in the game, and a couple of quick goals, and it's anyone's match, Ron.
Yeah, it certainly is. Better players in that third quarter. First of all, for North Geelong, they had many, but the standouts were obviously Marty Widdowson at centre forward, and the on-baller, the youngster, the 18-year-old in young Jamie Hutchison. But a pretty good team effort from North Geelong. Thomson in that third quarter, well, we had probably Dale Menzies a standout. Likewise, who else could we think of? Maybe Terry Nankervis late. Timmy Gardner, of course, and Mickey Gann was terrific, I thought, for the Tigers. But a few of their on-ballers, I noticed Craig Wolfenden off the ground for the time being, and his first half was terrific, but just went out of sorts in that third quarter.
Well, actually, he's been off for the whole quarter, Ron. He was one of the ones that come off and has hurt us. I think he's obviously he's had hamstring trouble, so he's obviously a little bit sore. But anyway, we'll start proceedings here as umpire Hooper throws the ball in the air for the start of the last quarter. It's won by North Geelong. Widdowson, who's been sensational at centre half forward, takes hold of the ball, kicks it up towards the half forward line for the North Geelong club. Comes off to Cummings. Cummings kicks it out, and Hutchison's on his own here. He should just about mark that. Whilst Mickey Gann played well, I think Hutchison's had a fair bit of the ball, Ronnie, and he's taken a mark in the 10-yard square and really shouldn't miss from here.
Well, in defence of Mick, I think you'll find that Hutchu, who's also an on-baller, has had a fair bit of it across half forward when he's been on the ball. So
he certainly has.
I don't think he's been his Mickey Gann's direct opponent all the time that he has had the footy, but you're right, he has had a lot of influence here this afternoon in getting the Magpies back into the game. He's no more than 15 metres out. Slight angle, would have to break a leg here to miss.
He's tried hard. He fractured it. He didn't break it, Ron. He didn't miss, but it snuck through for a goal. And North Geelong, fair income, they're really in this game. This is going to be a real test of character for the Thomson Football Club, because they've been put under the pump, and it's very, very hard once you take your foot off the accelerator, Ron, to put it back down. The other side, the momentum has swung, and it has done that since half-time. So it's a real test of character for the Thomson Tigers.
Well, that goal came up 40 seconds into the final quarter. Bought was by Beaumont's Pies and Cakes and the Car Ranch. North Geelong now 8-10-58. Joel Thomson, 10-18-78, margin back to 20 points, Mitch.
Pat Burns gets the ball out of the centre of the ground. They're attacking it with huge ferocity onto Marnie, who puts it onto Naylor. Naylor kicks, but smothered beautifully by Justin. Justin kicks down to the half-forward line of the Thomson Football Club. Time for McFarlane to put his hands up. He did, but didn't take the mark. Lunchbox Gardner in there, and North Geelong opt to kick the ball through for a point. Christian McFarlane, it's time for him to put his hands up. Ronnie owes a little bit today.
Yes, he has. Probably not one of his best afternoons. Probably started off well in that second quarter, but since then hasn't had a big influence on proceedings.
He certainly has not. If that had been a dog, it would have snapped his hands off then. He should have taken that mark, but anyway. Unfortunately for Christian, he's been working a lot and hasn't been able to train.
Okay, back to the footy here, waiting on the fullback now, and I think you'll find it's Rob Hennison.
Here we go.
A good kick.
McFarlane just got that stop. He's followed up, and he should been tackled well by Burns, who's been great, I reckon. Handballed out. Burns has got hold of it again. Players going down the Thomson forward pocket, picked up by the North Geelong player who handballs it out. Widdowson handballs it over the top to Cummings. Cummings lost the run of the ball, but has got a free kick for a high tackle. Play on, the umpire calls.
Now, Cummings quick hands to Lewis, to the youngster. Bit of toe, but was pushed just as he kicked. Good pressure there from Terry Nankervis, and the missed kick has been marked by Atchison at centre winger. Delivers now for the Thomson side, back to half forward, and finds young Humphrey. Now, Rick Humphrey's kick up, a beauty, and Christian McFarlane hasn't let you down.
He hasn't, Ronnie. I think a problem there was the Axe was running back with the flight of the ball, and he thought Lunchbox Gardner was going to mark it, and he's tried to jump over Lunchbox, and Christian McFarlane has fell into his hands. But he should just about kick this. He's only 20 metres out, directly in front. He stabs at the football, and that has hit the woodwork. Well, so the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes and Car Ranch scoreboard.
Unbelievable,
in the last quarter, we have Thomson 10-20-80 to North Geelong 8-10-58. Thomson have had 30 scoring shots to 18 and really have not hurt North Geelong where they should on the scoreboard.
Pretty good call, John, and it must be very frustrating from a coach's point of view. Just waiting now on the full-back, and on this occasion, it looks like Timmy Schwinnerson.
Yeah, Swinnerson's taken the kick out. He's chipped it short into the back pocket. Set play, it looks here. It comes in, I can't see it, 45. That was Joe McDermott who kicks out, and it's out of bounds on the full. Naylor nearly took clean possession of the ball, but it must have been over the line on the far side under the light tower. Christian Highland takes the ball about 60 metres out in the dead pocket. Should centre the ball. Kicks in, brings it in. Wingnut Smith's underneath it. Christian McFarlane takes the ball. Banana kick on the left, and once again another point to the Thomson Football Club.
2 goals for Christian McFarlane's personal tally here this afternoon, and gee, those boots, I was hoping it would work for him, but
it hasn't. He's got to buy another pair.
10-21-81, Thomson, North Geelong 8-10-58. Margin again back to 23 points. Early stages of this final quarter. 4 minutes gone of the final stanza. Time clock put was by Bannockburn Sporting Trophies. And the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes, the Car Ranch final quarter scoreboard. And we thank our sponsors, likewise Country FM, for the support of 97 for GDFL footy.
Now there was an interesting move. Obviously a set play by the Axe. He's pushed Gardner over, run forward, and taken the kick out. He's kicked in. Great mark by Christian Highland, who has been very, very good for us today. Kicks it across his body towards McFarlane. Ball bounces, and the Axe burns and knocks the ball over. I'll tell you what, we talk about Christian McFarlane's crook kicking. His old man wouldn't have missed any, Ronnie.
Kev, an absolute legend, Kev, yeah, certainly was. And, well, still supports the Tigers every Saturday afternoon.
And if he was half as good as he said he was, he'd be good.
He's got my problem, has he?
Oh, well, the legend gets bigger. Knocked out by North Geelong to McFarlane. McFarlane, the ball spills free, kicked off the ground. Through the centre of the ground. Marnie runs hard at it and does take possession. Naylor gets hold of it inboard, but to Hutchison. Hutchison grabs it, sidesteps the coach. Gives it off to Burns. Back to Hutchison. Hutchison on his left foot. Kicks a scrubby old kick out towards the half-forward line. Skoko takes possession. He's dispossessed by the Thomson. There's 3-on-1 over there, and it's just turned into a big scramble, and there will be a ball up.
Yeah, good work, Mark Harris. Under a bit of pressure, but was able to keep the ball in. And umpire Noel Hooper will bounce down. It's on the outer side centre wing here at Godfrey Street. Margin back to 23 points, as I mentioned. Thomson still enjoying the lead. Good work there from Nankervis. Quick hands to Timmy. Gardner it was. He couldn't control the footy. And North Geelong chip in. A quick kick, though, under pressure is off hands. I think it's again out of bounds. True outer side centre wing.
Ball thrown in. Ian Evans for the third time. He's lifted his work rate and he's got the knockout once again, heading towards the Thomson half-forward line. North Geelong pick it up through Cummings, who's been very good. Over to Naylor. I don't know who's on Naylor, but he should get on him. Naylor's had a damage influence. Up to Swinnerson. Swinnerson knocks the ball clear. Gives it out there to the Thomson player in Menzies. Swinnerson backing on the ball. Spills free. Back to Pat Burns. Burns on his right foot kicks long. Harris has the run of the play. Don't look at the player, look at the ball. Knocks it forward. Mickey Gann and Hutchison. Mickey Gann's done a great job there. Should just about get a free kick, but the umpire in his wisdom has played it against him. You spastic.
That was with Mickey Gann would have to be the stiffest bloke here at Godfrey Street.
Unbelievable.
But anyway,
umpire. I apologise for that.
Is suggested that he's held the ball, and Jamie Hutchison gets the free kick now for those fabulous Magpies. He's right half forward, just chips it in. Oh, he hasn't taken the mark. Another to Tajani. Back to Hutchison it comes. Hand pass, not a good one to Cummings. Now, he's under pressure there
well
from
done.
Highland. Was good work. But Cummings' kick, only a short one. It's kicked off the ground, back towards Hutchison, who fights for the football. But he's under a bit of pressure there from Christian Highland. And umpire John Davies will come in and bounce down. Ball right half forward.
What was the difference there, Ronnie, in that passage of play and the one that the free kick was paid for before?
None.
None, I didn't think so.
Umpire Davies throws the ball in the air. Good work, Ian Evans to Wolfenden. Quick hands there to Justin. Lost the footy, though, to the axe. Shane Burns over the ball. Pretty hard at it here this afternoon. And,
been good, Burns, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Very good.
As he runs back his opponent there, Andy Gardner, just dropping back on him. Good work again, Robertson. And actually, Evans, I'll give that tap too.
Yeah.
Got it to Highland. Highland's quick kick to Gardner was good. Timmy Gardner's kick a beauty, and it's been well marked by the
umpire's called it out of bounds, and he's up there by the opposite forward pocket. How can he see that?
That's interesting, isn't it? He must have X-ray vision.
Unbelievable.
I would have given the play with the ball in Gardner Well, I was pretty close to it, and I thought he was still in play.
Well, we're right on the line here, Ronnie, and that umpire was 50 metres away, around a bend, so he's obviously got good vision. And he's wearing glasses too, I might add.
Well, North Geelong Shane Burns' kick is an absolute shocker. Luck of the Irish starts going straight in the arms of Stewie Marnie, who's taken the football 50 metres from goal, and that bruise has picked up a bit.
It certainly has. Once again, they've given it off to Swinnerson. Swinnerson's kicked long into the forward pocket, and nearly a good mark by the North Geelong player, off hands, scrub through for a point. But they're not waking up to the fact that every time someone gets it outside 50, Ronnie, that they give it to Swinnerson, and Swinnerson tries to kick the ball long. The Beaumont's Cakes and Car Ranch scoreboard in the last quarter is Thomson 10, 21, 81. 10 to North Geelong 8, 11, 59. As Menzies run down from the half-back line from the kick out, kicking it long to Bradley. Bradley's nearly taken the mark. Gardner, sensational, Timmy, hits the ball at 100 miles an hour. Mackie, you're out, you can kick this. Ran down from behind, no talking obviously over there, and once again there's a free kick being paid for holding the ball. I think it was there that time as the Whitman's light ship comes over the top here at the Thomson football ground. We've arrived, we're on Channel 7 as well. It's all happening, the fog's rolling in.
It's all happening at Godfrey Street.
As Christian Highland scrubs the ball out, Aaron Bradley in front. A good mark from the youngster. He's one of our under-18s who's been very, very good for us. That Whitman's light ship, Ronnie, he's disappeared up there. The fog's rolled in here. It's got the temperature's dropped 5 degrees. Oh, well, anyway, it's all happening.
It's all good fun.
Oh, it certainly is, Ronnie. It certainly is.
Good use of the body here from young Aaron Bradley. And the youngster, a real opportunity here to just about nail the coffin for the North Geelong side. He's about 35 metres out directly in front. The kick, a scrappy old one, and I think you'll find it's well offline. It is 1 point off the boot of Aaron Bradley.
This has got to hurt us, Ronnie, these sorts of things. You know, we can't keep keeping sides in the game because one day someone's going to knock us off. And, you know, you've got to hurt sides on the scoreboard, and unfortunately we're not. The kick out by Swinnerson is in the direction of the half-forward flank. Pack of players rise, has been punched out, knocked out. Terry Nankervis gives it off to Aitchison. Aitchison coming through the centre of the ground, breaks a tackle, onto the right foot, long kick. It's up in the air here. McFarlane down. Wingnut Smith handballs over the top, which was probably the wrong option at the time, and it's paddled through for a point. Wingnut was only 10 metres out and probably could have kicked the ball on his right foot, but he's limping a little bit there, so maybe he has a problem with his leg.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know, but the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes and the Car Ranch scoreboard in the final quarter is Thomson 10, 23, 83 to North Geelong 8, 11, 59.
Well, percentage, Johnny, let's just hope that that second chance doesn't go begging, because we believe at half-time that Geelong West Cricket Footy Club were leading over Werribee Centrals.
That is correct, and that could be a cause for concern, because there's only 3 percentage points between the two as the ball's taken and chipped into McFarlane, who marks it at 10-yard square, plays on and kicks a goal. That was a little better, but that's his third goal. Macca, whilst he hasn't had a great day, he certainly does. He is a valuable contributor for the Thomson Football Club.
Well, that's made the scoreboard look a little bit better,
Johnny. A little bit better on the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes Car Ranch scoreboard. We've got Thomson 11, 23, 89, North Geelong 8, 11, 59. That was just a scramble of play, ball spilled free, picked up by Wolferton, who's back on the ground. I honestly thought he must have been injured because he was a good contributor for us early.
Certainly
He's
was.
been back on and he's had a bit of an influence, chipped it over the top to McFarlane and a goal. And that does hurt North Geelong because they've really put up a valiant effort, but we can't take much away from Thomson either. They've been the leaders all day and they've played fairly well.
They certainly have, and, Ian Evans has done a great job of the ruck.
He's lifted up, he's won another knockout there. Richardson takes it out of the centre of the ground, snaps it across his body. It's marked at centre half back by North Geelong, who gives it over to Burns. The axe Burns kicks it out in the direction of Hutchison. Hutchison has held on to no good talking to the umpire, young fella. You'll learn quickly that the best way is just give it back and play on. He's put Timmy Gardner under pressure there, and he's flattened the old axe. Oh, and you're fair dinkum. Noel Hooper, you've played that much footy.
That's got to be the Academy Award. The axe, the axe has been really conned Noel Hooper on that occasion. He's going to win 50-metre penalty. It was a short 50, Ronnie. It was
very short.
I
think Noel must have realised what happened because the old axe done a backflip. He would have got probably 8.7 on the Richter scale there when he hit the ground. But anyway, the axe comes in, right foot kick off the side of the boot, kicks it out in the direction of Stein, who marks very, very well on that half-back line. He's been good, Steiny, today. He's been solid.
He's been terrific. Yeah,
He's going to handball it off to Menzies, who runs across nonchalantly, kicks it across to Harris. They haven't gained any. Harris around the corner to Aitchison. It gives them a bit of breathing space. Aitchison inboard to Menzies again, who gets tackled, but breaks the tackle, shrugs it free, touches it to the ground, runs down to the half-back line. Right foot kick, long kick straight to Aaron Bradley, who's been very, very good, Aaron, since he come on. Chips it across to McFarlane, who should mark this on his chest. Well done, McMagger. Holds the play up. Wingnut Smith points to the right-hand side and then goes that way, and he should take this. Oh, he's dropped the sitter.
Yeah, good work, Harrington.
The ball. Harrington was just got enough body on him there, and Wingnut's gone back and held the ball in there.
Yep.
Ricky Humphries overran the ball there. Probably should have picked it up and run into an open goal, but everyone's a little tired at the moment. I think the sting's gone out of the game, Ronnie, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it certainly has. Time check shows, Mitch, 14.5 minutes gone to the final quarter, and Thomson enjoying a 30-point advantage after a good fight back, though, from North Geelong in that third quarter, kicking those 6 unanswered goals.
Spirited fight back, Ronnie, but I think Thomson are back on track now. The ball's been knocked out of bounds from a ball up and will be thrown in by the boundary umpire.
Yeah, it's a good one,
Superman, we should call that boundary umpire. He's X-ray vision. That breaks clear from the throw-in. Mickey Gann hard on it. Terry Nankervis. If you notice, Terry just balanced all the time, out to Burke. Burke swings onto his right foot and delivers the ball across to Harris. Harris has got a bit of space. Take it on your chest, son. Takes the ball, goes to ground, gives it off to Menzies, who's in all sorts of strife. Harris butters up again, picks the ball up, gives it across to Timmy Gardner. Timmy Gardner out to Dale Menzies, who's in good form. Beats Burns, gives it out. Good tackle, Burns. He's got paid a free kick for holding the ball. Holding the man.
Held it out. Yep,
held it a bit long.
Well, he fought hard for it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was numbers were against him.
Dale Menzies, a long kick into the forward line. Oh, over the back to Richardson, but he doesn't take possession of the ball. North Geelong run away. And he's bounced the ball and it's gone back behind his head, and a free kick will be paid.
That's got to be the classic catch of the day.
Comedy of errors there.
It certainly was.
He ran out from the forward pocket, picked the ball up. No one knew him, bounced back over his head. Christian Smith walked around past him and he's tried to grab him in his efforts in frustration, and Christian Smith now having a shot from goal, no further than 30 metres out. Who was that?
Jamie Weiss it was.
Jamie Weiss.
He'll
hasn't done a bad job, actually, Jamie Weiss.
Played a fair game. He's been up and down the ground.
Yeah.
He's been a bit of... he's kicked one goal also this afternoon. But anyway, let's get him back to goal kicking. Have a look at that. That's not a bad shot.
Has stabbed it straight through the centre, and he's just said to Jamie Weiss on the way through, thank you very much for the Rabbits.
Christian Smith's second goal here this afternoon for the Tigers, and that was a good goal from that spot.
Yeah,
he was a good 40 metres out.
Good kick.
And he's a left footer, so kicking from the left pocket. Good effort. And that's kicked... that's 12th goal for the fabulous Thomson Tigers, and they've now moved on to, let's have a look, 12-23-95. They lead North Geelong 8-11-59. Margin now, Johnny, back out to 36 points, and you're looking a lot happier.
Yeah, a lot more comfortable, Ronnie, and this is when you've really got to drive the nails home if you can, because we had North Geelong on their knees, we being the Thomson Football Club, and we let them out, and now we've just got to make a tone for that. But big change has been Evans in the ruck, who wins another knockout. And, that's helped us a fair bit, I reckon.
Certainly has. 17 minutes gone to the final quarter. Ball picked up by Robbie Hannison at centre-half forward. High ball. Harris underneath. Thumps it away from Skoko. Support.
Ooh,
good work. There was from Menzies. Copped the high tackle from Widdowson. Not picked up by the umpire. Now the umpire goes over and has a chat to him. And, it should have been up the ground. But now North Geelong, because of that infringement on player Menzies, he's kicked it out of bounds, and North Geelong going to attack through the agency of Stewie Marnie. His kick up to the square, taps down ground level. Highland was good work to Atchison. It was Harris, in fact. Harris got it to the rubber man, and Andy Atchison from half back drives the ball to half forward. Looks there for Humphrey V. Bear. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can, but hotly pressed there by Christian Owens, one of the better players for North Geelong here this afternoon, as Mickey Gann and Jamie Hutchison can't take their hands off each other here at the moment, Johnny, and I'm not sure why.
Well, I think probably Jamie's a little frustrated. He is he is paying a little bit of attention to Mick, but he'll learn possibly the hard way, Ronnie, that you don't do that when you're playing senior footy. You might be able to get away with it in the juniors, but playing senior footy, someone will probably end up punch him in the nose. As the ball spills down to the forward line for the Thomson Football Club in the 10-yard square, Christian Smith gets it out to Wolferton, who snaps clear for a goal. And that's the bottom line. If you keep playing the footy, Ronnie, you keep getting the goal. Now, Jamie Hutchison has been exceptional today, exceptional. But what he wants to learn is to just concentrate on the game.
Well, Craig Wolferton has just kicked his third and brought up the magical 100 points here this afternoon for the Thomson Tigers. 13-23, 101. Lead North Geelong 8-11-59. Margin 42 points. And let's have a look.
Someone in a little bit of trouble down there. Ron in the forward line. I think it's the axe. He's hurt the shoulder by the look of this. That's sad to see because he's been very, very good for North Geelong. And North Geelong stalwart and has played exceptionally well today, the axe. And if the rest of the boys had the courage and intestinal fortitude of the axe, they'd be they'd
be a lot closer to what they are.
Geez, this fog's getting thick. It certainly is. Fog's getting thick, Ronnie. But we've played better since the fog's come in, have you noticed?
Robinson that time got it down to Mark Burns. A left foot kick, high ball.
Great
one.
Great
courage. Burke comes out strong and hard. Kicks a high tackle, and umpire Hooper right onto it. Down the ground has been paid, and it looks like Timmy Gardner gets the free kick on that outer side. In between half forward and centre wing, it's gone back to Craig Wolferton. Left foot kick, just a little chip up looking for in front here in Curvis. What a great mark, and I don't want to give too much away, Mitch, but if he's not best on ground, I'll go he.
And very, very good. He had a quiet patch for 10 minutes, and there you go. Now, it just goes to show what happens. Quiet patch for 10 minutes,
great goal.
And he handballed it out, took a good mark, handballed it out to Jamie Backwell. Jamie Backwell's run through from 45 metres out. And when you're running hot, Ronnie, you get those goals. When you're not, they just don't go through. We couldn't buy one early, but now it's raining goals.
It's raining goals. And it's raining, icicles as well.
It's bloody cold.
It is very cool. 14-23, Thomson, 107. North Geelong, 8-11-59. And that's the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes, the Car Ranch final quarter scoreboard. Bannockburn Sporting Trophies time clock shows 21 minutes gone of the final quarter, and let's just hope it's not as long as the first three, John. We'll need the lights on.
Yeah, well, we can't turn them, we can't afford to. Ball straight up at the centre of the ground. Burns comes out with it. Kicks it across to the North Geelong player in Shane Burns. Shane's give it off to Hutchison. Hutchison wasn't Shane Burns, my apologies. It was Tajani. He's been very good today. Tajani, who give it off to Hutchison, who kicked it towards the forward pocket. It was tied up by Jason Stein, and there will be a bounce down on the half-forward flank, kindergarten end at the Godfrey Street Reserves. Ball spills free from the pack, and we have Mickey Gann kicking it through to the centre of the ground. Naylor picks the ball up, chips into Key. Key kicks the ball forward to Burns. Burns with a lovely kick, and he's found Hutchison. Hutchison, he's impressed me, Ronnie, today. He's been very good for a youngster.
Yep, for an 18-year-old, he has got a pretty old head on his shoulders.
Yep.
And been a fine contributor for the Magpies this afternoon. Let's have a look. He's kicked one goal, this afternoon.
I'd like to see him kick this goal, Ron, because it'd cap off a fine game for him. He's been very, very good for them.
Certainly. He's 25 metres out, Johnny. Pretty tight angle.
Oh, not too bad there. The goal's open up there. He should be right. He should be able to slot that through. As long as he doesn't worry about where he is, he just kicks straight. He should be able to kick that fairly simply. We used to kick him from training from there all the time.
I must admit, I've popped through many from that pocket.
That's right, yeah. It's a pocket to kick him from this side. Both ends of the ground. Shouldn't have much worry as he comes in, right foot kick, and he's tried to bend it back. See, he's been concerned about the angle. He's put it out to the right, and it's swung back, and it's just gone through for a point. If he had a kick straight at it, he probably would have slotted it through nice and easy. And the Beaumont's Pies and Cakes Car Ranch scoreboard: Thomson 14-23-107, North Geelong 8-12-60. Thomson cleared the ball from the kick out once again to Menzies, who's been good for the Thomson side. Kicks in out to the wing where we've got Burns coming in, picking it up onto the boot hard. Out of bounds, probably in the true wing position on the Godfrey Street side. Now, if that gentleman's listening to us, because he turned his lights off because it's dazzling me over here.
Well, maybe all the cars out around the ground, if they're listening to Country FM, which I'm sure they will be,
they would.
They all should turn their lights on, shouldn't they?
Goodness me, Ronnie, all of it. Look at this. There's lights going on everywhere. They're going on everywhere. They're all listening. They're all tuned in. As the ball comes in, there's a bit of a scramble of play. Knocked out by Gardner, over to Burns. Burns onto the left foot, chips it in, but we've got Aitchison. Aitchison takes a mark at probably between centre half back and the centre on the Godfrey Street side. Puts it onto the right boot, long kick. And we've got Backwell holding good position in front, punched away from him. Off it goes to Key. Key takes possession of the ball and really just runs it out across the boundary line.
Yeah, Malcolm Key, probably one of the more senior and accomplished footballers from North Geelong. Could have done a little bit better there. The lead from Dave Tajani was a good one, but the disposal couldn't quite find the target. It's out of bounds now, out of sight of the ground, in between North Geelong's half forward and centre wing. Tajani, good work under pressure, kicked it up forward, but the rubber man again.
Been good, Ronnie. Widow got on top of him for a little bit, but he's been good. And this bloke's been good, Burke. He's been very good. Whether it be through the kick-outs or what, he's been ping-folding the ball there. I probably spoke a second too early, but he has been good. The free kick goes to Ann Skoko. Skoko chips the ball inboard. The mark's taken by North Geelong by Tajani, who's been fairly good, Ronnie. Tajani chips the ball into Widdowson. That's slack marking by the Thomson side. They've just let those three players out on their own. Widdowson, I'd be looking for... Widdowson's going to have a shot at goal here, Ron.
Well, this will test him. He's kicking into a little bit
45. No, he's chipped it in to Swenison, but Bradley up in front of him, and the rubber man picks it up, runs free. Onto the right foot, kicks it out to Wolferton. Wolferton takes the mark. Chips it over his shoulder. Terry Nankervis comes through, takes the mark on his chest, and as one of the North Geelong legends, the old Gorby wanders past and smiling at us without his teeth. Well, Terry Nankervis has had too many kicks. He wants to handball, but he does kick it down to McFarlane, and McFarlane takes a good mark. McFarlane's been good this quarter. Chips it over to Dale Menzies, who's run down from the half-back flank, and Dale, who was one of our leading goal kickers last year, I would say would have no problems from 30 metres out putting this through.
Very handy player, Dale Menzies, because you've now converted him into a defender and a fine one at that. He's won the last time we were here 2 weeks ago. Best on ground performance in tagging Heath Buck from Werribee, and now he's going to be kicking goals. So
he's very close to being one of our best today too, and he is an attacking defender who is a good kick of the footy, and he just stabs that at the goals and goes straight through the centre for a goal. And it was good play by Dale, good play by all the boys there. Christian McFarlane's vision off a good mark to give it to Dale on the half-forward line. And the Beaumont's Cakes Car Ranch scoreboard is in the final quarter. Thomson 15-23, 113, skipping away a little bit in this last quarter from North Geelong 8-12-60.
Time check, Johnny, 26 and a half minutes gone to the final quarter, and now the margin 53 points, handy percentage for you as well.
Yeah, it is at the moment. It's probably got 10 minutes to go looking at the other three quarters.
To our technician, cameraman, Brett Revere's disgust. I hope he has another function to go to this evening, so very keen to get away.
Oh, well, fair enough. As ball goes in the air, won by North Geelong through Robertson. It's been hacked out of the air by the Thomson player. Comes to the boundary line. Ricky Humphries onto the left foot. Snaps it across. Burns is really in trouble with his shoulder there. He couldn't go for it with his left hand. Could only go with it one-handed. So that just shows the courage of the man. He's on the ground when he probably really shouldn't be. But good effort from Burnsy there.
Yeah, certainly top effort.
Ball comes in. Ian Evans, it takes front position. Robertson beats him that time. Comes back to Naylor by the looks. Naylor's running in support of Hutchison. Hutchison's got it but has stopped. He's nearly collared. Gives it off to the North Geelong player across the half-back line. They're mucking around a little bit. And it goes to Cummings. Jamie Cummings, handballs over the top. Jamie works at the Great Western, Ronnie, who good supporters of Geelong and District football. Gives it into the centre half forward line and Aitchison spoils it. Comes to Burke. Burke rebounds the ball across the half-back line to that man Menzies. Menzies takes a good grab. Hutchison hot on his hammer. Brings him to the ground. Nothing in it. Get up, Dale, and kick it to someone.
Yeah. Well, when you say nothing in it, there's a rule that states you can't waste time. So technically, it could have been pinged for wasting time on that occasion.
It probably was pinged for wasting time, but anyway, he's just lost the plot there, walked away. Dale's run past him. It should be down the ground, but it's not, and I don't know that umpire has seen that and hasn't done anything about it.
Okay, ball now at half forward. Opportunity here, Cummings. Hand passes inboard to McDermott. Running at half back. Runs into Wolfenden. Lost the footy. Now, the ball is spilt free. I'm not sure who off
45, I think it was.
The ball has obviously been kicked by Joe McDermott off the ground. It's gone out of bounds. And the coach of the Thomson Tigers, who'd be pretty pleased with his charges this afternoon, gets the free kick at right half forward. Drives Thomson into attack. Looks for Backwell, but the ball a bit well weighted for him. Naylor comes in and goes short and fires to Jarney at centre winger. Support Jamie Hutchison. Has a bounce. Shows a lot of class. Puts the ball to ground. Steadies. Waits for an opportunity. Gives it the hand pass to Cummings. His kick is okay as well. And finds Robbie Henderson. Half forward. Good 40 metres from goal. 45 degree angle. Very close to sign time here at Godfrey Street. 29.5 minutes gone of the final quarter. Lovely looking kick. Drifts to the right side of the big stick. It's off hands and rushed through for a minor score to the North Geelong Magpies. Moves them to 8-13, 61. They trail North Thomson, I should say, here this afternoon. GDFL match of the day, Thomson 15-23, 113. Bowman's Pies and Cakes in the Car Ranch final quarter scoreboard.
Richardson kicks a big barrel torpedo punt out to the half-back line. Hutchison once again is in the play. He gets hold of it. Tapped across to North Geelong to Skoko. Skoko kicks in to Marnie, and I don't know whether the ball's gone out of bounds on the full. It has. Richardson should know better than to kick those torpedo punts. It's you're not out there just to boot it as far as you can. You're out there to find someone.
Yeah, good call.
He kicks a drop punt on this occasion.
He heard you.
Yeah.
Now,
should have.
Umpire has pulled the yellow card out, and it looks like Marty Widdowson is being asked to have a spell.
He's been good, Widow, but he's let himself down a little bit there. There's no point in being sent off now because there's no time to go, and on the Beaumont's Pies.
It's a bit embarrassing, I'd suggest. Well, a minute to go.
Yeah, that's just silly. The Beaumont's Pies and Cake Car Ranch scoreboard: Thomson 15-23, 113 over North Geelong 8-13, 61. I think the comprehensive thing on that scoreboard is, Ronnie, there has been 38 scoring shots to 21, and I think that's a fair indication of the difference of the game.
Yes, certainly is, Johnny, and I think Thomson have regained or retained possession of the footy, and it looks like that man again is just about been worn out here this afternoon. Tim Widdowson's back on. I don't know. Now, umpire's coming back and asking him to get off the ground. Christian Highland I'm talking about. He's got the footy, and Widdowson not happy, suggesting to the umpire that he should wear glasses, was he?
He does. Now we've got the North Geelong runner involved. Now this is just ridiculous. There's 60 seconds to go. You're 50-odd points down, and there's a. If he sends you off, he sends you off. You can't do anything about it.
That's right.
It's the whole thing.
It's all over Red Rover.
Yeah. Widow mightn't have been right. Widow might have been hardly done by, but the fact of the matter is he sent you off. You just can't do anything about it.
That's it. Well, Christian Highland with the footy.
And unfortunately, see, young Poulter's got the limp on the ground because someone's been sent off.
Okay. Ball's been kicked to centre wing. Pack of players have formed. Whistle on play. There's been a hold, I think you'll find. It's going to go the way of... looks like James Cummings. And 50 metres.
I don't know what's going on out there, to tell you the truth. The umpire's now looking at his knee to see if there's any blood on it. So, yes, I don't know.
Anyway, yep, he's been brought down at 50 metres or so against Andy Atchison, who fell on top of the ball and has been penalised 50 metres for that. But I mean, I can't see why.
Chip kick into North Geelong's forward line, and it's been marked by
Malcolm Key, I think
Malcolm
you'll find.
Key, I think, number 18, is it?
That's
yes,
it.
Malcolm Key. He's provided a bit of fire for them up there. Not a bad player, and we've got Swinnerson leading to the right forward pocket. Key coming in for a deliberate shot at goal. He's only 30 metres out, really should kick this. Kicks it straight through the middle of the goals. That's a good goal by North Geelong.
Yeah, lovely kick from the boot of Malcolm Key. That's his first for the afternoon, and North Geelong's ninth. As the time check, gee, these boys are pretty keen, aren't they? 33 and a half minutes.
33 and a half. I wasn't far wrong when I said there was 10 minutes to go. It's only got to go 36 minutes for that to be right.
Get on your Johnny. 9-13-67 North Geelong. Thomson 15-23, 113. Margin still quite handsomely out to, what's that, 46 points, John.
Yep.
Beaumont's Pies and Cakes, the Car Ranch final quarter scoreboard.
Well, if someone had have offered us 46 points at the start of the game, Ronnie, I'm sure we would have taken it, because I really did think that it would be a nip and tuck game and really go down to the wire. I didn't think there'd be much in it at all. As the umpire comes in and balls the ball up to start proceedings again, Robertson wins the knockout. Christian Highland from the Thomson Football Club gains it out to Timmy Gardner. Timmy Gardner chips it over the top. Christian Smith in his hands, spills the ball free. Kicked off the ground by... oh, jeez.
That was young Weiss, who had a windy woof.
Had a windy woof. If he had connected there, there would have been a head flying over the top of the light pole.
But he didn't. He fortunately didn't make contact.
No.
It's a bounce down about 25 metres now from Thomson goal. Robertson knocks it away from the goal mouth to the direction there of Naylor. Under pressure from Highland. Good tackle there by Aaron Bradley. Loose ball spills to where Mark Burns swoops on it, picks it up and runs through half back and goes short and finds Stewie Marnie now on the outer side half back flank of Godfrey Street. Plays on quickly. Dave Tajani made position. Over his head, Malcolm Key got it to Mark Burns. Ball spills to where Richardson was dumped by Tajani. Loose ball now. Sees that the opportunity here for Jason Stein as the siren sounds to terminate a very convincing victory here this afternoon for the Thomson Sporting Club. And Marty Woodson is standing with hands and hips out there on that right forward flank. Not very happy at the minute, but final scoreline, gentlemen. If you please, I'll let Johnny Mitchell look. The Thomson Footy Club read this, because this will just about make your day, John.
No, it's a very good scoreline for us. As Arthur Hodgson would be fairly dejected as he walks onto the ground to greet his players. The Beaumont's Pies and Cakes and the Car Ranch scoreboard. The final score at the Thomson Football Club Godfrey Street Reserve is Thomson 15-23, 113. North Geelong 9-13-67. Now that makes North Geelong's job a little bit harder now to get into the five. They've got to beat, I think, Bannockburn, from memory, next week.
Yeah, good call.
To give themselves any sort of a chance.
Pretty arduous task, because at the moment Bannockburn red-hot favourites for the 1997 Geelong and District.
Definitely red-hot favourites. Definitely favourites.
Yeah, talking of next week's round, Johnny, just quickly for our listeners who'd be interested, Belpost Hill plays Thomson.
Which is always hard up there, Belpost Hill, and they've hit a little bit of form, Belpost Hill, but we've got to win that to retain third spot, I think.
East Belmont, Blue West, that's the game that concerns you?
That's the one that concerns me, because East Belmont, whilst they put up a spirited effort every week, have been getting beaten by a fair amount, so you would think that percentage-wise West Geelong would probably get on top there.
Werribee Central's plays Corio.
Well, that really has no bearing on the five. They're far enough in front to even drop a game and stay in second spot.
And the last one, Eastern Suburbs Anarchy.
That's probably the game of the round, Ronnie, I think, because the winner of that could go into the five.
Certainly, that's where guest video cameras will be next Saturday afternoon for Guest, or I should say Country FM. Just quickly before we do go back to the studio, we'll give a final wrap-up of better players and goal kickers. First of all, Thomson. Christian Smith kicked 2. Christian McFarlane 3. Dale Menzies 1. Andy Gardner 3. Craig Wolfenden 3. Shane Withers and Mark Cowan singles apiece. Likewise, Jamie Backwell. For North Geelong, all single goal kickers this afternoon. Jamie Hutchison, James Naylor, Marty Woodson, Malcolm Key, Stuart Marnie, Tim Schwennison and Skoko, Aloy Robinson and Jamie Weiss. Okay, first of all, Thomson, better players here this afternoon. I'm very interested to give or hear your 3, 2 and 1 here, John.
Well, I thought for Thomson, our better players were probably Terry Nankervis, who I personally thought was our best player and probably best on the ground. I thought Christian Hyland played very well. I thought Ian Evans was very good. I thought Timmy Gardner was good. I thought our half-back line in Aitchison, Burke and Stein were good. I thought they were very good. We had a lot of good players, I thought, today, Ron, to be quite truthful. I thought it was a fairly good team effort. And whilst I think after half-time they went to sleep a little bit, they got back on track and, were very good.
Yeah, I agree, Johnny. Thomson, I think when they're playing such a good brand of team footy, it makes our job very hard to get better players.
Hard. Better players were very, very hard. I thought we had a lot of good players today.
Well, North Geelong, I thought young Matty Poulter started off like a house on fire early until he injured himself. He was ably supported by Malcolm Key, Christian Owens early, and also James Naylor. But then the game did have a pretty unbalanced bearing at half-time because the Thomson boys went in at half-time, 54-point leaders.
About that, Ronnie.
Yep. Jamie Hutchison never stopped trying.
I thought he was very good for North Geelong, and I thought, for a young fellow, he did very, very well. I just thought he'd give I thought he was their best player for 4 quarters. I really did think he was.
Well, I've given him a vote. So,
Marty, I have too, actually.
Another special mention, Marty Witterson.
Very good.
Yep.
Very good, especially in the third quarter when he went to centre half forward and Aitchison, who was a very good player. Yeah.
Okay, well, I've had a bit of time to look at my votes, and I'm very interested to hear yours, but I went this way. Before I hear yours, I thought Terry Nankervis was clearly best on ground. Christian Hyland, I thought for 4 consistent quarters of, after copping a pretty heavy knock early in that second quarter from the axe, he came back after having a couple of Panadine, and gee whiz, he still got a lot of the footy, and that shows a lot of courage, a lot of heart from my point of view, and very inspiring for his teammates.
Yes, he's a very good player.
They'd say, what are you doing back?
Yeah.
So he sort of virtually carried from the ground.
Very, very hard at it all the time. Yeah, and he cops a lot, but, to his credit, like today, he just got the nose plugged up, and that was it.
Well, he got me 2 votes, and as I said, Jamie Hutchison, the 1 vote from the North Geelong side. How does your vote look?
Well, I gave Jamie Hutchison 1 vote, and I thought whilst he played in a losing team, he never give up, and a young player who's learning how to play the game, very, very good all day, runs very hard. I gave Dale Menzies my 2 votes, to tell you the truth. I thought he was very good across the half-back line. I thought he created a lot of play and picked up a fairly good player, and I gave my 3 votes the same as you. I thought Terry Nankervis, except for a 10-minute patch in the third quarter, was, I thought, clearly best on the ground, with special mentions to Christian Hyland and Andrew Aitchison and a few others. So
the list goes on, really. Yeah. Such a great team. We haven't even mentioned Tim Gardner.
No, he was sensational.
He's an absolute machine.
Yep.
Obviously got a bit tired late in the game, but he'd done the damage with his workman or workhorse like attitude at the football, and he creates so many opportunities for his teammates.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's just a pleasure to sit here and watch it, mate. And from Guest Video and Country FM's point of view, I'd like to pass on to the Thomson Footy Club their very best in the final series, and to you personally, John Mitchell, a job well done, and I think there could be a job after presidency, mate, in the commentary position. Because
thanks very much, Ron. It was a pleasure.
Job.
It was a pleasure. I've never done it before, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and you get a little different perspective on the game from being up here. You tend to look at the opposition a little differently, Instead of hanging over the fence, bagging them, you've sort of got to be a little bit kind to them, don't you?
You do.
No, they're very good, North Geelong. They're a good club and a good side, and I'd like to wish them all the best for the rest of the year anyway.
Well, yeah, certainly, but reality is I think they'll probably miss out now.
Yeah, they probably will, Ron, and it's a bit of a shame, you like to see the traditional clubs in it, and, they're one of them, and, we just hope that, we can perform as well as we did last year.
Yeah, I'd suggest the ladder will virtually remain the same. It'll be Bannockburn, Werribee, Thomson, West, and I think you'll find Anarchy will sneak in the fifth
you
spot.
might be right, Ron. I think that'll be probably a pretty fair assumption.
Johnny, on behalf of the team here, Brett Revere, our technician, Cameron, Mazda down there from Country FM, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much,
Thank you very much.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
And this is Ronnie Brain on behalf of Country FM and Guest Video, wrapping up here at Godfrey Street, where we've mentioned Thomson Footy Club have had a convincing 46-point victory over the North Geelong Magpies here this afternoon in the round 17 match of the day. Ron Brain signing on behalf of Country FM, and don't forget, listeners, Country FM is country football.